Hello all, K.M.K here together with Falcon.
Hi.
And today we are doing a Dead by Daylight dev blog video review. We are gonna see what behavior is going on with, what they are going to do and such. So we will first start with the least important one of everything, because well, there are two interesting updates, but one is actually important and one is least important. So are you okay for the least important one, bro?
Let's go.
Okay. The least important one is the finishing Mori. That means that the trial will go to an end with a Mori if you down the last survivor. And that is what they are saying right here. It is all about, few perks and such. So Morris used to be an extremely strong object because Morris got shadow nerfed, right? And
Yeah. Remember, uh, you could use Mori after first stage.
yep,
Yeah. And yeah, they nerfed these, I think, a couple of years ago. Yeah, because
yep,
it was uh, yeah, almost December, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
And of course, the nerf, they didn't announce any nerf. So
yep,
as you said, bro, it was a shadow nerf.
yeah, shadow nerf.
Yeah.
But the survivor still could use the key. They still
Yeah,
had the key.
I think we waited another year for the nerf to the keys and the hatch also.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, you could if there was a key in the game, you could, for example, use it to Mori the key user and such,
yeah, for example.
and then you had
Because,
Frankus the mice.
yeah, also because, yeah, I still remember, bro, I lost a lot of games, even if I had good tree generator strategies because of the key.
I was playing
Yeah,
Tombstone Myers once. I was playing Tombstone Myers once with the cheap Tombstone add-on. You know, where you can only Tombstone one survivor. And right after I first Tombstone someone, they immediately used the key, and the game was over. So yeah, that was completely, that was so horrible. I was like, oh. So you play the cheap Tombstone Myers. You got so far to Tombstone someone, you're like, yes, Tombstone. And then all of a sudden, everyone escaped with the key. And then I was sad. And then I stopped playing for a week. That's how angry I was.
yeah, I know the feeling.
It was so depressing. It was like, oh. So, okay. So, now that we have seen this, the last standing. When all other survivors are dead, dying, hooked, or have escaped, you become the last standing. Both your and the killer's senses are heightened, granting you a wider field of view. Rescuing a survivor will end the last standing phase, but being downed as the final survivor on the other hand will trigger the finishing Mori. When the last survivor is down, the trial will draw to a climatic end. Both the survivor and killer will be moved to a preset point on the map, free of any obstructions that may get in the way, and the killer Mori animation will begin. Any survivor still in the trial will be killed by the entity and treated like a sacrifice. So what this means is, if a killer starts to slug and such, it can be immediately over.
Yeah, basically that means that if you are, for example, as lagging nurse or you're playing twins, for example, yeah, potentially you could win the game very fast.
Yeah, or a Bubba that chainsaw everyone.
Also, yeah,
Yeah, which is we have seen it a few times this week.
yeah, or imagine also, yeah, if you're playing Oni, for example.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I know this seems cool, but
Yeah. I don't
I'm
like
not
this
sure.
update.
Yeah, because I don't think survivors will accept this. So there is there should be a drawback to this.
Yeah. I don't like this from the perspective as a killer and from the perspective as a survivor.
Yeah.
Because because if you look at what we get most of the time as teammates or how it can go sometimes, basically this ruins the comeback potential. I understand what they are doing, but you lose the potential to make a comeback. But it's yeah,
Yeah, this would make slugging much more attractive.
way more attractive. I would
And
rather
yeah,
have that they would.
maybe, it may be a bit overpowered also in some cases.
Yeah, I would rather have it that they address hard tunneling more. That is something that I would likely want to see more addressed. The real hard tunnelers, with the people that really don't care if you have borrowed time or if you have decisive strike as such, Because we've seen that also a lot that we have a game where the survivor that got hard tunneled has like what 1,000 or 2,000 blood points at the end of the game. So that's something that I would like to see more addressed. And of course the solo player experience, you know?
Yeah, because yeah, I think this will be more impactful for solo queue.
Yeah.
Because believe me, you will never slug all survivors if you are against a good team.
Yep. And then you got hope is not lost. Okay. With this new system in place, leaving survivors on the ground, also known as slugging, may seem more appealing, opening the possibility of ending the match early, but survivors aren't going to give up without a fight. After being left on the ground for 45 seconds, survivors will now gain the ability to pick themselves up without the need of any perks. This time is affected by recovery speed effects. So basically, basic it unbreakable.
Ah, okay. So we put borrowed time in the base kit.
Yeah.
So survivor got a free fifth slot.
Yep.
So we are giving now the sixth
Yeah.
slot.
Yeah. Yeah. Six.
Okay.
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 Makes
Seems
sense.
yeah, makes sense,
So
according to behavior. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, just to counter this, 45 seconds is that I don't know because I've seen survivors going down with who don't even last like 10 seconds.
Yeah, but you must be able to catch all four survivors, bro. So that's not so easy
Yep.
because yeah, survivor will try to adapt to this change.
True.
They are not stupid. So if you start slugging, they will spread out, they will run away.
Yep.
Yeah, because okay, maybe 45 seconds, it is not a short time, but it is also not so long. You
True.
you can still loop the killer,
Yep. Or you can at least bring him far away from the other survivor.
and yeah, also that. So yeah, this is still a counter. Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I would say if something like this happens or so, I would say try to get the killer as far away to the other side of the map, pre-drop pellets or such, depending on the killer.
Yeah,
And
you just need to to waste 45 seconds for of the killer.
yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, even though, bro, I think this change, I think it will be more useful for solo queue
yep,
because yeah, good teams, they already bring unbreakables, sometimes
Yeah,
soul guard, boon exponential, yeah. So these, I think solo queue will benefit more
yeah,
from the base kit unbreakable, basically.
yeah. Now let's see here. Perk of dates with both the Mori and the ability to pick yourself up now part of the base kit. A handful of perks that grant these abilities will now be adjusted. Therefore, the ability to pick yourself up has been removed from Unbreakable, Soul Guard, No Mitre and Boon Exponential, as this is now part of the base kit. Okay, so the own
They nerfed the no either.
yeah, yeah, ah man, make No Mitre more unattracted. Rework No Mitre.
Yeah, because now, what do you get, bro, if you run no either?
You basically give the killer a free win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but now you also don't have the unbreakable effect
yeah,
in no either. So what's the point of running no either?
yep.
I don't know.
So yeah, maybe Soul Guard will be more valuable.
Yes, Solgard will be better.
Yeah,
But to be honest, I think Unbreakable will. I think nobody will use it again.
yeah,
Yeah, because you only get an increased recovery speed, but
yeah,
you run Unbreakable for the ability to get up, not for the increased recovery speed.
yep. Okay, the ability to Mori survivors has been removed from Rancor and the Foul Hope. Okay, Rancor.
Was nerfed. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's again a perk that you rarely see, so. But okay, it is what it is. Uh, and Hex the Foul Hope, as this is now part of the base kit. Yeah, Hex the Foul Hope is useless now. Well, not completely. We'll tell you guys why soon. In addition, some of these perks will have changes made from the PTB, since this is a preview. The in-game has not been updated. Unbreakable now increase dying self-recovery speed by 100%. Rancor, once all generators are powered, the Obsession Aura is revealed for 5 seconds and they are permanently inflicted by the exposed status effect. So it is now a mini Mori. Mini Noet, I mean.
Yeah, yeah, Noid only for the obsession,
Yeah,
but yeah, you get the bonus of the aura reading. So,
yeah,
okay, still a low tier perk in my opinion, but maybe now it's, you get some use of it because there is the aura reading stuff.
yeah. And then you got this. Hex the Devour Hope. Once 5 tokens have been earned, any survivor placed on a hook is instantly sacrificed. And okay, dit is a bit of a problem.
This is a huge nerf, in my opinion, because previously you could counter pallet saves, flashlight saves, and also sabotaging and maybe body block to the hook.
Yeah,
But now that's gone, bro. You
yeah,
have to hook the survivor anyway.
yeah. Yeah, you got yeah, but here's the thing: if you are a bit random, so you have people that go with a flashlight, but they don't know how to use it, you know, they will never. And the all the times that we had someone with a flashlight, they never did a perfect save.
Yes.
You know, they never did a perfect save. So for me, that's problematic because if the killer starts to hook someone who hasn't been hooked yet and he has 5 tokens, that person is immediately dead on the first hook, for example.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, yeah, then I mean, there are already. I know in Russia and such, the Val Hope is seen as a top tier perk. I don't know why, but okay. But is with this, I'm like, well, if you are going to give the Tower Hope something like this, then at least give maybe at 4 tokens, make it so that you can see the aura of it or something, at least. Because of an effect like this, you know? Because you don't know when it happens or such, and you cannot body block, you cannot, remove the expose or something, whatever. But you don't know when it is active, you know?
Oh yeah.
That is what I'm meaning. You don't know when it is active. The Power Hope is this perk that is like it goes into effect without you even noticing it, because you don't notice anything in the beginning, you don't know anything at you just notice it once someone is getting unhooked. You know? Once someone is unhooked and someone gets downed and you see the effect. So the follow-up has this. So I would have liked it that he adds something to it that you can at least play against it. If you give an effect like this, you have no counterplay, and not everyone is a god with a flashlight. It's literally it's a bad design. Instantly sacrificing the hook at 5 tokens. I mean, give something else, not an insta kill. You know, kills are already tunneling and camping and such. Because now it is just like, okay, I'm gonna hook everyone else, and then the guy that I didn't do, I'm gonna tunnel him, down him, and then I'm immediately gonna hook him and he's dead. That's the thing, bro.
I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, I think people are going to complain about this Devour Hope. It's not a good design. I think a complete rework. Okay, the Memento Mori offerings. With the Finishing Mori being triggered automatically when the last survivor is down, Memento Mori offerings no longer have any use and will also receive an update. These offerings will now award a bounty of blood points based on the number of survivors killed you are if you earn a Finishing Mori. So, that means you get 8,000 blood points if you at least kill 2 survivors and you end the match with a Finishing Mori. So, yeah. Ivory Mori, that is 12,000 blood points with at least 3 survivors are killed and the match ends in a Finishing Mori. And the Ebony Mori is 20,000 blood points if at least 4 survivors are killed and the match ends in a Finishing Mori. So basically, if you kill 3 survivors and the last one is the endgame Mori, then you get 20,000 extra blood points.
Yes.
It's this. I rather have percentage based blood points, but okay. It's
Can I say that
yeah,
I prefer puddings over
yeah. That's what I'm
over
saying.
this new Memento Moris?
Yeah. I mean I like percentage based more is more because you get more. Here's something. 100% blood points in all categories if at least 2 survivors are killed and the match ends in a Finishing Mori.
Yeah, so you understand, bro, that this this is going to be situational.
Yep, yep. But wait, I'm not done. 200% blood points in all categories if you at least kill 3 survivors and finish in a finish Mori. That's 200% bonus blood points. And this one is 400% blood points. now you make these attractive. Now you make these attractive, but of course, then you will. If you do that, then of course you will attract the tunnelers and the campers.
Of course, bro. The new Ebony,
Yep.
this will be crazy, very difficult.
Yep. And I would have rather seen something else, but okay. Make it at least who make it at least so like who could survive it 2 times and then finish the game with at least one finishing Mori. You know?
Yeah, maybe that should be easier also. Yeah, bro, what I can say? I think with this, yeah, maybe only survivors will like this new Memento Moris because you uh, you will not have to think, oh my God, this killer put Memento Mori. This game is going to suck.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
just
you know the feeling.
yeah. I'm good. I find it good that behavior is trying to do anti-slugging, but the problem is this. If you're at one point the last survivor or so, because everything can go wrong, and then all of a sudden everyone is down, and there is one survivor, and it is, for example, the potato survivor that can't loop.
Mhm.
It's shit. Anti-slugging, okay, that's good, because slugging is boring. I can honestly say that because I have been in games where I have been slugged for like 4 minutes.
I know, bro. Slugging is boring,
Yeah,
but sometimes as a killer, you must do it sometimes.
yeah, I know, but I'm also talking from a survivor perspective.
Yeah.
I have slugged and I've been slugged.
Yes. Me too.
Yeah, and I can honestly say, laying there on the ground for 4 minutes is boring. And just because some ghost face wants to mori the one guy. Just because a ghost face wants to mori one guy, and then he goes this entire build just to slug everyone and such, and nobody has unbreakable and so. It's the most boring thing ever. So this is good. Anti-slugging, good. That's good. I don't mind that. This is bad. This is bad. This needs a complete overlook. And this needs a complete rework. This needs a rework. This needs a rework. No Maiden needs a rework, I mean. Boon Exponential needs a rework. Or at least a change. Soulguard is good. This Unbreakable.
Yeah, bro. Because why should I run exponential if I have unbreakable, which is the same?
Yeah.
I get the same bonus.
Yep.
Yeah, I can get up, you know, naturally because that's in the base kit. So I don't need the exponential.
Yep.
Yeah, unbreakable is much better.
Yeah, Unbreakable and Soulguard. These
Yeah.
two got the biggest buff.
Yes.
Especially with Soulguard, because with Soulguard you can get, if someone helps you back up again, you get this endurance status effect.
Yeah, because remember, bro, uh, you had to use Soul Guard in combo with Unbreakable to get some value.
Yeah.
And also, okay, you could run Soul Guard LAN, but you had to have an active expert,
Yeah.
remember? So, because you can get up with Soul Guard only if the killer has an X totem active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that is gone.
Yeah, that's why nobody runs Soul Guard, but sometimes you see Unbreakable, for example.
Yeah. And now Soulguard is more valuable because now
Yes.
it works always.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have seen this, but now we're gonna go to the important stuff, the really important stuff, because this update means nothing. Here is the real interesting shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah. So what has happened? BHBR behavior. They finally addressed, uh, the cheating situation, and it's about time because behavior was always silent about it. But if you get people like Ortsdava complaining and or anyone else, especially Ortsdava, because he is, if he leaves, then behavior has no face, because behavior cannot lose the pet dog, to say the least. If you understand what I mean, they can't lose their mascot because Ortsdava is basically a mascot at this point, you know.
Mhm.
So let's see. Cheating is an ongoing battle in any online game. True, and that potato is no exception. There is a never-ending arms race between game developers, cheat makers to find and fix new vulnerabilities. Tackling these vulnerabilities has always been and will remain a top priority to us. Is that why you didn't update your easy anti-cheat for so long? Am I wrong, bro?
No, bro, you aren't.
Also, didn't they say it wasn't also not so according to an admin from Leaks by Daylight who has an inside source? One of the people at Behavior said, yes, cheaters are our customers also. Because I remember that bit, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and look how that is. Yeah, here is the thing, guys. Dit is business 101. You know, cheaters are not customers. Listen carefully. Cheaters are not customers. If you own a game or you make a game and it is online, keep in mind cheaters are not customers. They will not buy your game. They will buy the cheats. And the cheats can cost like double the amount of the game that you are making. So if you are making a €20 game or $20 game, but I rather spend $50 or €50 on cheats, they rather spend that because on third-party websites, people can get cheated accounts of your game with everything unlocked if it is an online game. So if you have a game with very rare weapons and such, now those people can just buy for like €5, $5. They will buy an account. Everything is unlocked. All those rare weapons are unlocked. For example, if you have a weapon that you can only unlock for playing the game for like 500 days, for example, and it is, for example, one of the most overpowered weapons in the game, well, guess what? They will buy a cheated account, and on the first day that they play, they have that weapon without having to play for 500 days. Just to give an example, you as a company lose money. Keep in mind, you lose money because those extra money that they spend on cheats could have gone into your game, and you could use that money to improve your game even further. So, yeah. So they are not customers. They are customers of the people that sell the cheats, but not of the game. They don't give a fuck about your game as such. And if you are treating them as customers, that's bad. The customers are always the people that actually spend time in the game, learning every corner of the game, buying every update of the game. Those are the customers. But these cheaters are ruining the fun of your customers. So if they ruin the fun of your customers, you lose even more money because those customers are like, yeah, but I play so long and I don't even have that weapon, and he just have it with a cheat, you know. You get a lot of inequality and such, and that's not good. That's not good. So keep in mind, cheaters are not customers. So in this case, the cheaters are ruining the game for the customers, the people that actually support your game. So keep in mind. Lately, many of you have shared your experiences playing against cheaters, and we have no intention to leave you in the dark. First and foremost, we are abundantly aware of the ongoing situation, and we have been treating it very seriously. To put it bluntly, cheating sucks, and while we made many measures to prevent it, it frustrates us just as much as you to hear that someone ruined your experience. Yeah, but then Patrick said, yeah, you cannot keep everything updated, so... Patrick also said also something about the line, if I'm correct. Right, bro?
Oh yeah,
But then again, Patrick is an idiot. Let's,
yeah, and don't forget Almo.
yeah. At the moment they are playing ice hockey. And they are using ice hockey at the moment as the best way how to balance that with daylight. Yeah, if we move the hockey stick like this, you know, we can use it as a way to nerf the nurse. So you want to give the nurse a hockey stick? No, we just moved a little bit slightly different, you know, and then it's now we are going into stupidity. We tend to stay quiet when it comes to cheating to avoid giving cheat developers vital information, but given recent events we have decided to pull back the curtains and shed some light on what we have been doing to combat cheating and what we'll be working on moving forward. Please forgive any fake language at this post. In this post we cannot share information which could be used to make it easier to cheat. Okay.
This post is a bit ambiguous in my opinion.
Yeah, it gives me a headache, to be honest.
Yeah,
Okay. Here is the thing, what they should understand. The fact that you're acknowledging that uh, that are cheaters is okay. That's not vital information. So long that you don't say the important stuff. Just giving the players a feedback that you are working on the problem is a good thing. But the cheaters already know that you're trying to up the security of your game. If you look at videos of Choi, a YouTuber, who mostly who has made contact with people that sell cheat software and such, the cheaters already know that behavior is trying to improve the security of the game. They already know that. It's nothing new. So whatever you just keep vital information for yourself, okay. But just saying to people that okay, we know that there is a cheating problem and we are working on it. That is what people want. People want recognition that you're not ignoring it. That is what people want. Let's go further. How we deal with cheaters. Yeah, well, to be honest, this can be any number, and the thing is, I don't trust this because behavior has humoured with numbers in the past. Right, bro?
yeah,
So, yeah. I don't... Because is it 200,000 cheaters? Or is it cheaters and their alt accounts? We don't know. So let's
Yeah,
see.
we don't know,
Yeah.
bro.
So in that daylight we have zero tolerance for cheaters. Once we detect someone that has cheated or is trying to cheat, their account is permanently banned from the game. There are a few ways to address cheats. Automated bans. We work with our anti-cheat partner, Easy Anti-Cheat. Yeah, but this one. Yeah, but
Yeah, because easy anti-cheat is very effective.
yeah, it's so effective.
Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah, yes.
yeah, yes. It's. I mean, uh,
Yeah, indeed, bro. We didn't find any cheater last
yeah,
week.
yeah. We didn't find any cheat.
Because easy anti-cheat is very effective.
Super effective. Yeah, it's super effective. I I haven't seen any cheaters at all this week. No, no. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. Just in case that you guys want to know, cheat programs, depending on the anti-cheat program that is being used for those games, determine the price of those cheats. And Easy Anti-Cheat is so hackable that the cheat programs for the games that have Easy Anti-Cheat are the cheapest. I remember well back there was this cheater in Dead by Daylight, and he once said, "Well, please keep Easy Anti-Cheat. Don't go anything else because I don't want to pay $200 for uh, for a cheat program for that if that cheat is in the game. Okay, you know, it was uh, it was quite something. I don't know which one it is, but it is a long time ago. I think it is like 2 years ago. So yeah, in-game countermeasures. Yeah. Okay, let's see. In-game countermeasures. We make changes to both the game clients and the dedicated server to prevent cheaters from doing certain things. This lessens the impact of cheats and reduce the amount of damage they can do. Really? Bro, did you notice anything of this?
No.
Huh. Huh. I believe I believe you more than I believe them. You know that?
Yeah. Bro, I saw cheaters doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So not only, the classic wall hack or speed hack, they also can spam flashlights from the sky. They can spam flashbangs.
Yeah.
They hack generators.
Yeah, or the game is over right when it starts. So right before you start playing, all the generators are powered and the gates are open.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or they can also hold the game hostage even if the endgame collapse finished.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun.
So basically you are forced to disconnect.
Yeah. Manual bans. We investigate your reports and manually block cheaters. This is crucial when a new cheat has not been tracked by the anti-cheat. Yeah, but here is the thing with manual bans. You know?
Yeah, they don't work, bro.
Yeah, they don't
I,
work.
well,
I
I sent a lot of in-game reports
yep.
cheating. I I didn't see any difference.
I recorded that hacking incident, and I sent it to behavior. They still haven't looked at the video yet, and I had proof. But we will go back to this because we've seen a few cheats and such. We will talk about that. In the last 7 days alone, we banned over 2,000 cheaters, contributing a total of over 200,000 banned over the lifetime of the game. Additionally, we have continued to expand our team and process to deal with cheaters more efficiently. If you have expand your team, why does it still take so long to bring out uh, patch updates and game updates, and why are the patches with fixes and such always so small? Or balance changes so small? So, yeah, dit is I don't believe this. And you, bro?
No.
Yeah. There is still work to be done, but our team has made considerable effort to strengthen various aspects of the team, such as preventing modifications to certain game files, to block specific avenues for cheaters, to exploit or lessen the impact. The mods, the mods were not a problem. I mean, it was just people modding in skin for Myers that he has no shirt, or Fangmin that was doing backflips, in her bunny outfit.
Yeah, yeah, bro. I also saw, cheated legacy also. Or
Yeah,
yes, yeah, sometime I saw a lobby. Uh, you were you were searching for a game, and there was Myers in the lobby.
yeah.
Yeah, so you had three survivors and Myers in your lobby. But anyway, I'm not sure about this because, okay, you cannot modify game files, okay, but I think you can still cheat.
Cheating you can, yeah, but modifying, like adding a specific skin, for example, you have Fang Min or AL Wong running around in a bikini, for example.
Yes.
That is something that won't affect any other players, just yourself, because you only see it yourself and you do, for example, salto and those kinds of things. That is okay. And if I was behavior, I would look at those stuff, for example, like the bikini mods or the emote mods and such, or there are even mods that where people would try and get back certain generators, like the barbecue hooks or the tequila generators and such, you know,
Yeah.
or the those kinds of things that they would try and get back those. And if I was behavior, I would look into those and try to find a way to bring those back, you know, or try to add emotes, special emotes that people can add, like Fangman doing a backflip and such. Because those were the things that were being added. You know, mods are a good way to see, oh, this is popular, that is popular, this is popular. That's, but that's different for cheats, you know? But continue. Further improvements. Live fix various vulnerabilities. Okay? Fall. Player sniping prevention. Yeah, this is needed because those poor streamers need it. Even though it doesn't do shit, because even people that don't stream can be sniped. And we have experience with that, right, bro?
True.
Yeah, because we are not streamers, but we were day in day out were being sniped by the same player and or players for days. That we had like two or three or four games of the same player in our game. As such, it's quite, annoying. Fall, additional failsafers, okay, early, improve support tool. Shouldn't this be moved a bit more forward? Like, I don't know, move towards fall? Player report feedback. To be honest, these two, they should be moved forward.
Yeah, bro, I agree because, but to be honest, they are much more important than sniping prevention, for example.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
because the thing is, bro. I want a powerful tool to report cheaters, and that's the point. I want to know if the cheater was banned thanks to my report.
Yes, yes.
That yeah, that would be very very nice.
But let's be honest, bro. Dit is just the player sniping. This is just because of the fork whisperers. Because
Maybe, maybe,
yeah,
but as you know, as normal players, I don't care about the sniping. To be honest,
yeah,
the sniping is not a priority right now.
yep, yep. But for BF it is because they are the pets, you know. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Ah, yeah.
it's like having a mother, you know. It's like having a mother and she has a dog or a cat, you know. And you got the flu and such, you know. You are extremely sick, and your mother say, yeah, well, you're just gonna go to work as such, man up and be an adult, you know. And as soon as the cat or the dog sneeze, she's like, I need to go to the pet hospital. That is how it feels, you know. Understand what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
I mean, and that's the same case because all the other players, yeah, you guys are not important. Our fork whisperers are more important than you guys. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, stupid, but going forward, we plan to further bolster the game against cheaters. This will be done in various ways. First, we continue to identify and fix vulnerabilities to limit the effects of cheats. This includes additional measures to prevent player sniping. Forcefully joining a specific player's lobby. The first version of this fix is currently slated for this fall, and we continue to monitor. Blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna say read everything, or else my mouth will be dry. Second, we will be adding failsafes to commonly exploited portions of the game. For example, should the match ever continue beyond the end of game collapse for longer than 5 minutes, the game will forcefully end. Additionally, the max game time will be reduced from 2 hours to 1 hour or less. Again, this one should be.
So, they are saying that a game with a duration of 2 hours is okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They are saying. Let me say it like this. This, the stream sniping, again, is more important than people that are being held hostage for like 2 hours.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. To be honest, this should be first. This should be first.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
should be
and
second.
yeah, and also to be honest, bro, I would put maybe I don't know half an hour
Yeah.
or okay, maybe 40 minutes.
Yeah, but here they are saying we
40
will be.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 minutes should be enough for a game, bro. You don't play against a doctor, with a three-generator strategy doctor.
Yeah.
That's yeah, so rare. So yeah, no game should last for 40 minutes.
Here, here,
Yeah,
here they say this. We will be adding failsafes to commonly exploited portions of the game. For example, should the match ever continue beyond the game collapse for beyond the game end game collapse for longer than 5 minutes. Because to be honest, it should close after 5 minutes. You know, after 5 minutes it should end, and that's the problem. This, and then you are still being held hostage for like 2 hours. So 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all that is needed. Make it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Once the end game collapse starts, make it 10 minutes. You know, after the end of the end game collapse. That's all. Because 2 hours is so fucking long. But it has to do with the way how the game is designed. Also, so yeah, it's like it's. I don't know what to say. Third, we will continue to implement server-side validation where possible. This takes authority away from the cheater's game client that puts us on a dedicated server, making cheating much more difficult. Okay, so shouldn't this also be like first? Bro, should this be first?
Also, yeah.
Why not? Why are these two? Why is this second place and this one is third place? In all accounts, now that I read this and this. Why not these two first and the streamers later? The streamers are not so important.
To be honest, I'm surprised that there is no server-side validation in the game now. You know, now. I'm talking about, yeah. So 6 years, yeah, and you don't do any server-side validation.
Yep.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. This one should be first because a lot of players are being held hostage for like 2 hours. You know?
Yeah.
I would say this is more important that the players that are being held hostage, you know, this should be coming out first because this would also help the stream snipers more because the streamers they are also held hostage. The stream sniper can be fixed later, but if you fix this, then you also solve a lot of this. But hey, it is behavior. They compared Dead by Daylight with ice hockey. So what do you expect? Right, bro?
To be honest, bro, I don't expect anything from behavior anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Because we had this week we had epic games of ice hockey, eh? We had an epic game of ice hockey. Okay.
Yeah.
Fourth, we have improvements in the works for both player support tools to better deal with cheats internally and in-game report system to give you feedback on when a player you have reported was banned. Finally, players' reports are a keystone of our cheat prevention measures, and providing this feedback is essentially to letting you know that your reports are being dealt with seriously. Okay, but here's the thing. Why can we not have a replay? Why can we not have a playback or a replay mode so that we can rewatch the entire match? Because sometimes you see stuff in the game that you would think that it is cheating and it is not, you know, because of the subtle cheaters.
Yeah, I understand, bro. You just, for example, a small speed up, for example,
Yeah,
2, 3, 4%, for example.
yeah,
Or on the generator repairing speed, maybe you add a 10% or 20% bonus on the repairing speed. Yeah, in that case, it is very hard to tell that the player is cheating.
yeah, correct. Or when they do a dead hard at a specific moment and you're like, is it an auto dead hard or is it a legit dead hard? You don't know. And it would help if you have this replay mode, you know, that you can rewatch it and you're like, was this a cheat? Yes or no? You know? I would like that because there were moments in games that we are like, is he cheating? Because the cheating is now so there is now so much cheating, you don't even know anymore if people are legit or are cheating. It's confusing. Beyond in-game improvements, we will be communicating our progress against cheats more regularly as part of our developers update and beyond. We want to keep you in the loop and share. Though cheating will always be dealt with as swiftly as possible, your help will be invaluable. There are a few ways you can help in the fight against cheating. The best way to help us is to use the in-game report system. These reports are critical and help us identify possible cheaters. If you have a video or of someone cheating, you can also send it to our support team through this link. Okay, that is what I'm already doing. Beyond reporting cheating your account, our support team is always available should you have any information on potential exploits or cheats. Fostering a safe, cheat-free experience. Well, you guys can read this yourself. I'm not gonna read everything. So yeah, we have seen a lot of cheats. You know? We had a game this week with a subtle cheater. Right, bro?
Yeah, I had a couple of cheaters last week. Yeah.
Yep.
So recently, there are a lot of cheaters in this game. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you see this dead hard and you're like, how the fuck does he get the dead hard? You know, from
Even if you wait and try to bait the dead hard, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you get over a sudden a generator pops really fast and you're like, why is it popping fast? We even had it as survivor. We are like, how come that the generators fix so fast? Remember?
Yeah, I remember, bro.
Yeah. And then you have this forcefully joining lobby. Well, a while back, we were harassed by one player, and we are not streamers. Just to let you guys know, we are not streaming. We're just playing casually, you know, recording some stuff. And for a few days in a row, we had like 3 or 4 games a day against the same player. Remember?
Yeah, bro.
And the weird thing is, he was always together with his buddy. Always together with his buddy. And we are like, okay. Because the thing was, the first few times you are like, okay. You will be like, okay, it can happen, you know? It can happen that we are up against the same player. Can happen.
Yeah.
But then you notice it, but then all of a sudden it goes like, because it happened before that we were up against a Bubba, a chest protector Bubba in the basement, and we had him like 3 or 4 times in a row, you know? And you're like, okay, that can happen, right? But here is the thing. We got this player every day. Every day for 3 games. 3 or 4 games. Every day we had this player. For like, how long did it last, bro? 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. And we are like, what is going on and such, because we had crossplay off, we had crossplay on, because we also played the entire day with crossplay off, and then we did with crossplay on, and we were still getting this guy. So, of course, we were like, oh, for fuck's sake, again him. And so, and the funny thing was also, that guy hated Falcon. And he always found Falcon, even when Falcon was completely hidden away.
Yeah, I remember, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Hard tunneling and such. And he could find everyone perfectly. And so we were pissed off, and we were like, okay, what is going on? Because I mean, we are like, okay, because you keep losing, then all of a sudden you shouldn't be able to go against a player like that anymore because they are in a different bracket. Because we are like, this is like, he's winning so much, then why is he still being matched up with us at this point?
Yeah, yeah. I remember that question, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because, okay, he keeps winning. We
yeah,
keep losing, so his MMR should increase. Our MMR should decrease.
yeah,
But yeah, but we still keep getting matched together.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah, that was bullshit.
yeah, we even did it with our with so I said to Falcon, you know what? Let's play without our. We had one day that we didn't get him, and that was because because we were playing in hidden mode with our names hidden. And as soon as we were playing without it, he was joining us. But we also noticed something else, and this what he was always playing with his friend. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just so that you guys know, he was playing killer, and his friend was survivor. And I saw that week also a video of Choi about stream time that they had this list with cloud IDs and such. And I said to Falcon, Falcon, do you think he has a cheat program so that he can press on our names and that he will automatically be matched up with us? I said, remember that I said that?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, because it was very strange.
Yeah, because it was also weird. He was always matched up with his friend, and he was the killer, and his friend was the survivor, and they were always playing together. So I was like, that guy's cheating. Problem is you can't prove it. But if I had seen this a few times, I would have sent it a report with video evidence, and I would have said, well, because he was finding everyone, no matter how you were hidden, he could perfectly find you. So yeah, that was one of those things that I would say that is like stream sniping. You you get sniping online, but you also get stream sniping offline. You know. So I know that something like this exists because of this. The other thing, I had games there, and that was that Sadako video a while back that I did. I had a game where all of a sudden the the generators were done and everyone was gone. Falcon had games where he was being held hostage. We all and such. We see it a lot more. I used to be able to say that I only had one hacker once, and that was like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. But now you're like, is this a hacker? Is that a hacker? Is this a hacker? Is he a hacker? Because you don't know. So I'm happy that they are starting to address all of this stuff. Now, I'm really happy about it. And
Me
you?
too, bro. Me too, because bro, now you search for a lobby, and yeah, you see, for example, a P0 console player in your lobby.
Yeah.
You are afraid maybe he can be a cheater.
Yep. True.
Yeah, Because yeah, they are suspect.
Yeah.
You
Or
and that's the problem. Now there are so many cheaters that you think you have a cheater in every lobby.
yeah. And the other thing is also killer lobbies are long. I have to wait sometimes
Yeah,
for 10
yeah,
minutes.
yes, okay. You are afraid that one player is a cheater, but you can't leave because you are just like oh no, okay, I could dodge this potential cheater, but I don't want to wait 10 or another 15 minutes for a new lobby.
Yeah.
So I will take the risk.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you're like, "Oh, it's a cheater." And then and then the best thing that you can do is just ignore him, just play just to focus the other survivors. But yeah, if you do something that the cheater doesn't like, then he holds your hostage. For me,
Yeah,
for,
yeah, yeah, bro. And the worst thing is sometimes you waste your pudding, for example.
yeah,
You waste your party streamer.
yeah,
Yeah, and your maybe your best add-ons for that killer also, for example.
yeah,
And and also imagine you also get punished by by the the C penalty.
yeah,
Yeah, you get punished, not the cheater.
yep. So you are sitting there and you are like, oh. So what are you going to do then? Well, what I would do is simple. I just go out. I would just minimize the screen and I will start watching a movie or will just watch YouTube or something. You know. But if you are like Falcon, who can't play as often in a day, he is not going to sit there for 2 hours, right?
Yes.
Because because believe it or not, Falcon has a more has a job that is very time investing, and every bit of time that he has off is important for him. So he cannot waste the time that he can spend on relaxing on waiting till a cheater decides to stop holding your hostages. And that's also a thing because that is what is so damaging about it. That is horrible. It's really horrible because people that has a rough day they had to work for like 19 hours or something. Let's say it like this: 19 hours. You know, and they are finally off or something, or they had a busy day, they have this really difficult day where they have to brainstorm or something, or so, and they are like, oh, I can finally relax, I can play something, and such, and then he gets something like this. It's horrible. It's horrible. And that for the 19 hours, that's like it's just an exaggeration from my part. Anyway, I think we're gonna stop here, or we can keep talking about it because this is a very, very annoying subject, and it is something that really gets the blood under your nails. So I would say I have said enough. Do you have anything to add?
No, bro, because I think cheaters don't deserve all this attention, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They will die as 80-year-old virgins. Anyway, there was K.M.K together with Falcon.
See you soon.
And we hope to see you all next time, and we hope that you all had fun. And together we say adios, wiedersehen, sayonara, and arrivederci. And see you all next time. K.M.K of Falcon out. Bye, and stay safe out there.